Hi there, for real, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we'll be watching the match between TSI and EBM. Joining me will be a very good player, Cygnus. I'm kidding, not Cygnus, Sigafu, much more adorable.
Beautiful, beautiful intro. All lies, mostly.
Oh, come on. I had to introduce you somehow.
You know, it works whatever way it comes out, I suppose. So, tell me about TSI and EBM.
Well, they're both gold players. They're mid to upper gold as far as I remember.
And what are they coming in for ranking this season in terms of playoffs?
Oh, I think TSI is 4th seed, 5th seed. I'll have to check on the playoffs. If I'm just going to follow around Rich right now, why check that?
There's some beautiful comments going on here for you.
Oh God, I don't believe that. No one will be watching this. Okay, so while they're pre-gaming, let's check those brackets. So Gold, North American, Season 9. Right now, TSI is 8th seed and EBM is 9th seed. So they're one of the more, actually I believe they're the most even, bracket as far as that goes. Like top, it's normally 1 and 16, 4 and 13, but basically that's gonna be the most evenly matched match, basically, of this first week in Gold.
And so, coming into this week, who do you think has the edge between the two teams?
Well, that is tricky. Let's make sure we get all the players in before we speculate on that. But just based upon playing, I'd go with TSI, unless EBM's been practicing recently. Alrighty. Taking a look at, they're almost all in. They're 8 and 8. So right now we have to look out for Rich and Velocity and Tron Paul. These are all very good players on TSI. But on the other side, we have to look out for TSI has ruined this whole thing. They have players on both teams.
Is it?
Although Red Rum's quite good. I remember him from Pug Channels.
Let's see what players I recognize in here. Got a is Mankachu playing for TSI?
Is he? Oh my God! I think is he a recent pickup? Let's see. Yeah, if that's the case, then that's definitely a big bump in power for him because we all play with him.
Yes, we have. And looks like we got Colds. Does EBM still have Neon on demo?
Let's check it out. No one's up classed properly right now, and it looks like TSI is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. These people are not on the right team, so it's rather confusing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a match for once. You know, it's like you play every week. It's hard to kind of get a catch of it, but
right.
Between an 8 and 9 seed, it's a really exciting match.
It will definitely be close.
We're going to say that it's going to be over in like 5 minutes. I mean, that's with Upward. The map itself just lends itself to be very stalematey or incredibly quick, which is very unusual for a payload map. Usually payload maps tend to lend themselves to kind of a slow battle, 5,
a grind,
6.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Upward just seems to be one of those maps which it can be over so quickly. Particular the first point and the last point and the third point is going to be really good sticking points, depending on different setups. But the last point especially can be incredibly stalematy, depending on how good your combo and NG setups are.
Not just the last point you have to watch out for, the second point, and if wrangled properly, the first point. Admittedly, the third point really kind of just rolls on through. You can't hold it very well.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends. The third point's only real chance of holding that is if you get a wrangled level 3 and the NG keeps up.
And the only way to do that properly is give up say second's done, and you know it, and you just back off.
Yeah, exactly. This game really lends itself, this map really lends itself to aggressive play. It's always about getting your scout or somebody on cart to push behind you while your combo and everybody pushes up. Payload maps especially lend themselves to an aggressive degree, because if you can, pick off those players who are coming out one at a time from spawn, don't let them get that set up at that next point, allows you to get a clean push through.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing's worse than your team bleeding for a point. You're not going anywhere, you're just making a point messy and red.
Exactly.
And they already start off red, so that's the worst.
Looks like we might have 9v9. Will we have a miracle of a game actually starting?
On relative time, I don't know. This is gold. So you were discussing all these things like coordination and such, and I play on a top 4 team in gold. Sometimes we're pretty good, but recently we've been, not coordinating at all. More like a messy deathmatch against organized teams. So as long as these guys get it together and play as a team, it should be quick. If not, then, well...
Yeah, it's gonna be very quick.
Like Snakewater last season between GG, Gangster Gaming, and TS. Wasn't that over in like literally 10 minutes? Both teams just couldn't stop the other person pushing?
Yeah, I think so, if I remember correctly. I know that, I remember, TS last season did Badwater in, 3 minutes, and a lot of these, it's exactly one of those things where it's just that aggression really can pay off for quick times.
Yeah, when you count the spawn timers and positioning, it almost always gives red disadvantage, except on the last point here. This last point is really brutal, and we'll cover that when the match starts up.
Yeah, I'm looking at these rosters right now. I just want to jump in real quick and say that definitely players to look out for is Hugh Glory on Sniper for EBM and Neon as well. Definitely 2 big players who I have a lot of respect for.
I do recognize Hugh Glory and Neon, although I'm wondering what... I haven't seen Hugh Glory in quite a while.
Yeah, he was a sniper on Bonus last season. He's very good sniper. What's interesting is he goes for kind of a different playstyle than most snipers, in that he goes for a more of a charged shot rather than trying to get constant headshots. He likes to get those full body shots.
Right. Do you think we might see the Machina this game then?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if he switched off his game. I've seen people use Machina in games, but I think that when you're challenged by a scout or more specifically a spy one-on-one, having that ability to shoot on scope is such a huge advantage that I don't know if that extra damage you get fully scoped in is really that beneficial.
As a heavy main, I have to say it's very annoying. That's there's this skinny guy across the map hiding behind sentry guns you can't touch, and he's like, look at me shooting my blue laser beams at you, and if they touch you, you die. That's how it feels to me as a heavy. And this map is easy to snipe from, where I'm looking at right now, behind the barrels for point 2, on the cliff, on point 1 right up here, or on the balcony here. All of these positions give great sniper lanes, and ones that are really hard to dive on, unfortunately.
Yeah, this map is full of just huge sniper lanes, and I think we're definitely going to be seeing some more out of both. It looks like it's going to be Watt versus Hugh Glory, and that's definitely going to be a big match with how big the sniper allies are in this map.
Admittedly, that should only be the case if the defensive team can make a hold, because if it's just aggressive roll like you mentioned, Sniper's just going to die from divers.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's around payloads, it's always about having a good, because if you're bleeding out, if you're down several players, with the whole team coming up, it really makes it easy to push in. It's really hard to hold because you don't have a solid, that you're constantly being pushed back is your defense. It's not just 1 point.
If you can't man mode it with your individual players, and that's obviously risky and undependable, trying to man mode in hero, then you're just gonna, you'll bleed out. You'll lose 2 more players trying to hold a point you should have retreated from. And that's kind of overplay that I've been guilty of myself. You get the bloodlust going, and you're ready for it, and you suffer for it.
Yep. Nope.
Oh,
exactly.
and we are live.
Exciting. All right, I'll be curious to see where the first spot is. Where's the combo going to hold, and where is the gun going to go down?
I agree. Let's check out everyone's loadouts right now. We're seeing regular Uber gun from the Blue Medic, Blue Scout running Bastion Basher. Bastion Basher? Oh my god, James, say these words right. So we see, Fists of Steel and Tomislav on Pete? The Blue Heavy? I don't know about that.
He's using a Tomislav?
He's using a Tomislav on a map where literally the cart pushes you if you want to stay on it.
Mission begins in
I'm
30 seconds.
confused
Is he
with that.
trolling? Well, he's running. It looks like it might be a suicide.
It might be, but he has the gloves out, right?
That.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
gonna.
he has the gloves out.
Maybe
So
he
could
might
be just
glove.
like he runs out fit, because that's what a technique you can do is you can have your heavy run out, try to take some damage using the fist, and then use the Tomislav, and he's just probably maybe. I hope he's only going to do one life with this, because I cannot imagine.
It used to be. It used to be back in season 3 when you moved really quick. Not anymore. So we see sticky traps on the left-hand side. This heavy's also using a shotgun. He's just running out with a shotgun and blowing up. Okay.
And down goes real quickly to Cole.
No kidding. That was not effective, but hey, we all got to try. And we're seeing, oh my gosh, we're seeing the blue spy almost butter knifing.
Miss.
He butter knifed. Let's go on the Hugh Laurie cam, see if he can counter snipe his partner.
I mean, it looks like they're trying to push out, get some pop on the med, but they're not really getting too much damage out there.
Admittedly, by the way, Watt is running the, oh, by the way, nice shot, Hugh Laurie killing the red.
Machina, I hear it.
Watt's doing huge work, and he's tagged himself as Hugh Laurie hashtag, so.
Some friendly rivalry, I'm guessing, going there.
And it's already Watt's at 4 points, so he's doing some good old body shot in there.
Alright, looks like we're going to get an Uber coming out here real shortly.
Yep, they're going to force it. Right now, they're holding on Denarian, the red heavy. Let's see how long they can hold this point. Wow, they are blue spy dead ring. And they're pushing up on Cliff with an Uber. Can Red Pyro block them? Nope. I think they should back out right now.
Yeah, Red has a much better Uber. It looks like the demo sacrificing well so for that sentry gun. Really good. And it looks like they're going to have to force Red out here.
And they got the point for that. Oh, respectable time. 1 minute, 20 seconds. You can get way worse than that. Nice job on EBM.
Yeah, for a late push, a late pop on that Uber, and it looked like a little bit of a cluster. That demo man suiciding, but actually lived, taking out the gun.
Yeah, Neon did a lot of work there.
Lot.
Neon and Hugh Laurie getting the engineer down and breaking his toys really helped. Let's go to the spy cam. Let's see how EBM Soups does. He's going around back a point 2. Oh, which way is he going to go? He's running the... Oh, he's going for the medic's back right now. And caught out. But he gets the engineer and dies for his sins. Nice pick, though. Nice job there.
Hugh? The Pyro went behind. He was roaming a little bit on red team and got taken out by the cart. Kind of curious roaming so much.
It might be a frustration play, maybe lack of coordination, because they can't do anything against this blue mass up top here. They gave up the room above, which I think was a mistake.
Yeah.
Level 1 gun doesn't help too much, but combined with an Uber, it will be enough to hold. Now, back up, Denarian, and there you go. Don't want to overplay.
The heavy is underneath of the their spawn.
Really?
Yep, he's coming up behind him right now, going one-on-one with the med.
Okay, so this heavy's only roaming. Wow, that's a thing. Okay. I gotta give him props for trying it.
Alright, the gun goes down. Looks like he picked it back up, and Blue's gonna get their point right here. I'm assuming...
Nope. Body shots from Watt. Keeping him off.
Wow, nice job on Red here to get that nice hold.
Snipers were right. They're going huge on this map.
Mousy doing work in that soldier down up top who's spamming that doorway, and they're going to be able to hold this point.
No kidding. Let's go on Wireless Fox to see what he can do there. I recommend Red Team does exactly that. Try and gain control of the room above the point. They currently have a blue heavy camping up in that room.
Med down, heavy
wow.
down, Uber in.
They just got outplayed there. Did you see that? Demo and heavy just spammed on other combo and won. We're watching Wireless Fox run away.
I don't know what the demo's doing so far up here. He needs to get back. Looks like he's putting down a trap. Oh, does knock the heavy with it.
Oh, Hugh Laurie killed the engineer again, and Soups killed the sentry gun.
And look at EBM getting really aggressive, exactly what they need to do. They got their sniper up.
And they have Uber advantage. I think they're actually holding Uber right now on the medic. Yeah, they're doing incredible work on Pete. Way to go.
And look at TSI still they were bleeding players up until about this point, so they're still down 3 or 4 players.
They should just do a hard hold on last. Stop trying to contest this right now.
Yeah, they just need to have no one die.
Also, of note, the cart. They are not stacking the cart hard enough. There we go. There's the 3 stack. And we're going to fly up here and see what Red Team is doing. They've decided to trap up last point. Put up traps, guns, and that's going to be it. No aggressive push from them to take that 3. Oh, we have a Dead Ringer spy. The red spy's currently in the house.
Here, blue Uber in. Counter.
Nice try on Mouse, but he doesn't get it. Good job on the pyro.
Yeah, I really like this play on TSI right now. To push him with that Uber, purely single Uber, be able to push him back. That's a great play by TSI.
Yeah, a lot of people discount the fact that, you know, Uber pyros might have to do the most damage, but if you don't counter with Uber pyro, they will keep your combo away.
Exactly.
I think TSI's playing a little bit scared now. They're worried about getting rolled.
They have a really bad chenine going on right here. No one's holding up top. You can see right now.
They're all going
EBM
below.
Is just taking it for free.
They should have been holding in that back room rather than, you know, the balcony up top rather than on their balcony. Oh, Red Soldier escaping? Yes. On the heavy cam, seeing as he follows around the combo, picking off a spy. And just
looks like they're
being
getting
on
ready
fire.
to do a drop in Uber.
And yep, they're charged. It's gonna be it. They're not doing a drop in, it looks like. They're just doing a wraparound. Right by the cart. Oh, good counter. Good counter.
Will they get the gun down?
I don't think they'll be able to capitalize on that. And by the way, that was TSI killing the blue mini sentry. Well, obviously it's back up.
One-on-one for something out there.
Oh my god, I'm loving this sniper duel. While it lasted.
NG on the cart, getting some time on it at least.
Whoa! He's not dying! There he goes!
Pyro on the
okay,
cart.
Velocity's dropping again. And looks like Red Medic just fell off the edge of the map! Play of the night! And we got Pete watching over.
We still have the gun up. This is their saving grace right now. They are down 2 with the med down.
As someone who plays heavies, if you don't play Soldier, Sniper, or Demo, you feel incredibly impotent against that sentry gun. You just can't hit it, can't hurt it.
Uber in.
And here we go.
Gundo's down real quick.
And oh, this is gonna be it. Unless Red can dive the cart, they did it.
Pyro pushing out the soldier.
Oh my god, way to go, Columbo!
There's no way.
Red
Scout on.
You see that Scout? Just took down 2 people. He killed the combo.
The demo's still up though.
Oh no, he got shot to the head. Talk about that was clutch.
That was the most clustered defense I have ever seen, and it worked incredibly effectively.
Absolutely, that was just man mode play. They had no medic, no Uber. They just out DM'd and held the point.
I think what was really clutch right there was that soldier bombing the cart, and then the pyro from behind really, I think, threw them off kilter from behind. Absolutely.
And then you saw, if you caught Columbo, the scout, took out the combo, heavy and medic, completely by himself. This Machina, you seeing this?
I'm seeing that. That was a great shot on the NG right there.
There's nothing you can do about it. This downside's gone at this point.
That's true.
Did I hear a buff banner?
Buff banner?
Buff banners went off. That's right.
That aggression, taking out the sniper.
Oh my god.
Demo.
Red team's buff banner pushing. And they might try and force an early blue Uber. That'd be very big. Nope, crit screen. They switched to crits.
They drop in behind them.
Uber versus crits. We know how that goes.
Going down.
Oh no. Only 4 up for Red. I don't think they can do this. With an isolated medic. No. Okay. Med pick on the heavy. Med killed the heavy.
Pyro going big.
Back burner for the win, apparently. Oh, he gets the medic, the soldier, the pyro, and the engineer.
Unreal. 4K, 5K.
This is huge.
Jesus.
That was a hell of a thing.
Unreal this defense is right now.
They should have lost this point 2 pushes ago, but they've just been having such clean play where it comes down to the wire.
I mean, they got caught out so poorly with a really bad decision on that crit, and the pyro.
Oh my! Pyro's just saving everything. The pyro saved the sentry gun with the homewrecker. He changed weapons, came back, saved it for a few minutes at least, moments. Right now, if I was Red, I would go under, around to get up. They're in a bad position right here. Oh, whoa. Blue medic safe. Red medic's down. Hugh Laurie, nice shot. And once again, just a clusterfuck on this cart. Oh.
They have only 2 up right now. There's no way they're going to be able to hold this.
No, no. I feel for the red soldier. He just about popped his bus banner, and they get spawns only to see the cart fall. Wow, that was an intense, close match. I like that. This is good. But red had a really good defense. Good job on TSI there.
Yeah, who do you think was the big play on a red team for that defense? Who do you think made the biggest difference?
It's a toss-up. I gotta give the toss-up between the Pyro and the Soldier right there. Obviously, Watt was doing constant headshots and damage and buy shots throughout, but when it came down to the wire, Watt got like a 5-kill streak on the card at the same time, and Wireless Fox just kept diving in, destroying their pushes.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. They did it with only 1 Kritzkrieg and only 1 Uber, I think, for all those pushes, because their medic kept dying to it. So, wow. That was just great play. Or indicative of how hard the points to push, really. One or the other.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that EBM did nothing to really try to take that up top. They did drop downs from the up top, but they didn't really go for a pure hold, do damage from the up top. Didn't take the high ground to put damage down on the rest of the plane. I thought that was an interesting play style that didn't really work out, well for them trying to push through main.
Right. I was surprised they didn't do more drop downs, or they didn't try an Uber demo from the bottom right. Take out the gun. The gun didn't seem that problematic. It was they broke it so quickly with the excellent spy play and demo spam. It seemed like they were poised to win every time, and then just in come a diving soldier, a backburning pyro. Things you never expect and never want to see.
Yep.
So what would you have done differently to attack that point?
Say that again?
What would you have done differently to attack that point? And you're not allowed to say do it better.
I would have pushed my combo and pretty much everybody into the up top. And, I mean, that's the problem, is they have the soldier coming from behind and the pyro coming from behind and up top because they didn't control that area. I think that was their biggest problem.
By the way, I crashed TF2, so I'm just restarting it back up.
Okay, well, I'll do some calling right now. It looks like they're the soldier's running direct hit, gets 2 shots directly on the gun going down. The spy coming in on the NG. They're still holding first point pretty well. Uber coming in. Looks like red is going to have the longer Uber. No. Red multied on this. They're going to have to back up. Blue heavy just doing work.
Come on, this is the radio. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Scout come in. The heavy was doing work. He got a 2K. Could have got a 3 or 4K, but was taken out by the scout. The demo and medic are falling back. They're going to give up first point pretty easily here with that push in. Despite the red having a better Uber time again, the first point taken over just by pure aggression.
Is it looking like that red team or EBM is having better teamwork, but they're getting out DM'd when it gets to the mess?
That could be it. I'm not seeing that directly. I think they're just like... Blue is so spread out during their pushes that it's really throwing them off.
Okay.
So blue team's coming up over the hill right now. Soldier bombing it down the med, getting air blasted and pushed off the cliff so cleanly.
Oh, I wish I could see that. That is the best thing to see. Despite
so that double room hold that you were talking about, the medic and heavy are holding up there.
Good job.
And looks like they're going to have a heavy on heavy battle right now.
Oh no!
Goes down.
Red heavy dropped.
Heavy goes down.
But Kendenarian take with the gun uncontested. Oh, Spy! Spy just butter knifing the medic. Almost got him. And this is it. Look at that push. Countered by Red Pyro. Red's gonna have a better Uber, but they will lose the point for this, I believe.
Soldier behind.
Yep.
No one's contested.
Oh, he killed himself, not getting the medic. That was so close. Oh, I'm sorry. Rich got that. Using the... What is Rich using? Am I seeing this right?
The fan.
He's using the fan. He's... Wow. Machinas,
really nice
fans. What else are we seeing in this game?
All the stops. This is a really nice play by the scout in right there to go
Getting
and
what?
get that sneak cap. To push that, to get that spawn back, forcing red to have to fall back to third. Because if they did not do that, red might have been able to keep holding that for at least another minute or two.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, spawns in this map come in waves rather than a trickle. And we're going to go on the Tron Paul cam. Oh, getting chopped to death by the Red Pyro, but taking his life itself. Blue Soldier diving onto... Hugh Laurie got out with 15 health. 15 health.
By going for the cart.
Let's see.
You got the soul right there.
And am I seeing the Rescue Ranger on Red Engineer? Oh, Pete taking out Denarian, it looks like? Nope. We had Ubers on both heavies to no real advantage either side. But do remember, every kill that Blue gets and trades equally is an advantage because they have shorter spawn times. Ouch! Oh, Watt taking out Pete. Yeah. Well, putting the front of your face or the back of the head is a quick way to make someone rather dead.
See what Hugh Glory does right here.
Oh,
ooh.
Soup's almost getting a medic pick again. He gets so close. Let's go on the Neon cam and see what he does. He was hanging around by the level 3 sentry gun, paying careful attention to the clip on the right-hand side, and oh, Blue Heavy Medic are playing alone and overextended, I'd say. They backed up. Wise choice.
Now, I really got to commend EBM's hold right here. Getting that level 3 up and being around it gives you a really good chance to hold it as well as they are right now.
This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. This is a point you can't really hold, and wow, Neon's just raining down damage on the combo. But you can't hold this point unless you get that gun up, and you have to know when to run away from 2.
Oh, and this is not... Red can't hold this anymore.
Nope.
EBM is not going to be able to hold this.
They lost their demo man, and we're looking at the Hugh Laurie cam. Backing up. Oh, he had a well-deserved headshot on Blue Engineer. Lost it to a glitch.
There's no way. No way.
Oh, Hugh Laurie taking out Columbo.
But EBM was going to hold it there for a second, but the guy all got backed out.
And Wireless Fox trading with the sniper. That's a good choice I'd take any day, with quicker respawns provided. Right now, Blue Team has to be careful of not overextending and losing their momentum. They're currently up 2 players on Red, but spawns are in like 10 seconds for the Rich, their soldier. We're on the Watt cam, seeing if he gets a pick off with this fully charged Mac and a body shot. Oh, the excitement, the tension's killing me. Nope, he's got shot in the gut. Let's go off of him now.
And now, notice EBM's hold, that Red, they're holding up top like I was talking about before.
That's where you should be. It gives you flexibility to drop down if you need to, or rotate if they're overplaying.
Over having a first challenge.
Oh!
Blue goes first. Heavy goes
They're
down.
pushing up top. That is not what you want. And the Pyro. They're not even
down.
trading. This is bad. Now, Red Scout's coming up behind trying to get pickup damage off, but... Boston Basher! He's just going all out. And can Neon do it? Nope. Wow. That was a quick push. Notice how at the end part there, unlike EBM, they didn't split. They just simply all got on the cart. Medic, Spy, Soldier, Demo. They lost several of them, but their bulk just pushed it over.
Yeah, well, that was a TSI pushing the cart.
Yeah, TSI. I'm saying unlike EBM. EBM's push,
oh, okay.
Also,
yeah,
TSI didn't jump in the pit this time. Good job on the medic for not jumping in the pit with Uber.
It's very useful.
Yeah.
EBM, he did die right out. Well, I thought what's interesting is they're kind of holding forward like that. Did not have Uber in time, and just got caught off guard when TSI pushed in with the Uber advantage. Was able just to kind of take it handily from there.
They should have had someone watching able to see that. Hey, the combo's going through there, and call it.
Yeah.
It's a split-second decision between having a spy or scout forward, or hell, anyone just watching that window would have probably paused the game for maybe 3 more minutes.
And I think the thing is that even though there was a 3-minute win by TSI there, it really was actually much closer than that. But because of the somebody was talking.
No.
Because of the failed pushes on. EBM.
Absolutely. This is a map where you can't bleed in. You have to build up pressure to crack each point respectively, then push on through. And I felt like you're right. These failed pushes, they just lacked just enough oomph. And the card rolls back, you get it close enough, so you can't just tap it in like you can with Snake Water.
Yeah, exactly.
On Snake Water, I think what they were doing there were just the dives where they always got a couple seconds on the cart would have won them maybe a quicker time. But not on this particular map. Upward.
Yeah, and let's just point, to Watt and Hugh Glory top frigging behind their medic.
Both sides, that is huge. I think that Watt might have more kills than Hugh Laurie, but he's basically saying, I'm going to shoot you in the gonads with that rifle every time, and pretty much ignoring headshots.
But it looks like the spies are on kind of the lower end, and this can be a really spy-friendly map, depending.
I've been watching. I'm actually really surprised that Neon isn't up near the top. That's very surprising to me.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's been doing a lot of damage, but I guess just not getting a lot of kills for it.
I see him like bombing the combo constantly, but he has no one else there to follow up, and he almost kills the heavy, gets the medic down to like 70 health, and then he has to back off. He'll probably show in the logs as having, like you said, excellent damage, few deaths, but you know, not the kills that he needs. Oh, a crit streak. We're seeing a crit streak on the blue medic out the door.
Well, this will be interesting, and it'll be interesting with the counter of the gun being held down in the lower area first, instead of that hill area, as it usually is.
Right, now if I remember correctly, the Red Engineer is running a Rescue Ranger, so he might be up on the hill and just zap that gun away. So what do you think of the Rescue Ranger? Tell us about its stats, its effects. A lot of people in comp never see it.
Yeah, it's a gun I've just started using myself. I think it's just starting to kind of get used. It's really effective. I mean, the biggest problem is when you have a Wrangler is it's getting spammed out. The ability to repair your gun without taking any damage yourself is huge. And I think that if you're using it properly, I mean, purely for the healing purpose, not just picking up your gun,
By the way,
really useful.
Apparently, Hugh Laurie killing the spy. Good shot on him. And what?
Here comes the crit.
Body shot again. Crits Krieg. Oh, forcing the Uber. Good job. Do you think they were playing that just to force the Uber?
You know what? They could have, but it's not a benefit because just right there, the med went down.
That's
and
right.
They're going to be out of advantage if they're playing Uber again.
In that case, I would just prefer keep the medic in and do just suicides and just, you know, death pushes until you can't do it anymore. Then run the medic out.
I think, yeah, what they should have done is done suicides.
Nice
get a
headshot,
force
by the
pop,
way.
Then
Good job,
come
Watt.
in with the crits afterwards.
Like a double jump with a soldier demo, they would both die, but they can force the medic. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Sentry gun out and safe. And they're just giving up first. Despite having presence and meds. I don't understand what happened there. They lost heavy and ran away.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to the med, but
no, he didn't die.
He
just walked up and away, if I remember correctly. No, he died. He's at 15% crit streak. We missed that. Red's using crit streak to counter Blues. Okay.
Interesting.
This is not what I expected this game to go.
Well, you know, I think on defense, as a surprise play, it can be really useful.
And they're going to have an advantage, by the way, because Blue Med died and had to run back alone. But I'm watching 3 players drop, giving a 2-player advantage total for Blue, and they're just going to keep walking it in. If they don't actually jump on that car right now, they can just crouch push it in. And look, the engineer picks up the gun.
The gun got picked up?
Like, I get he's doing that, but he doesn't have to. He could have saved the gun there and kept it up, I feel.
Yeah, I think it's better just to leave your gun out, bring up your Wrangler, let it take damage, repair with the Rescue Ranger, and then pick it up. I mean, because it's not that hard to build a gun back further.
Either that or recycle it, because the demo up here, Cold would have broken the gun within maybe 3 seconds. But
it's really interesting the EBM hold right now. They still have not capped the cart TSI.
That's mostly because they had a lot of disruption with their medic getting picked and having to run all the way back alone to the front lines. I feel once they get an Uber or a quits off, they'll be able to push through and win. Let's go in the heavy cam. I'm going to believe he's probably going to jump down with med or get stabbed in the back. This is going huge. 1 down, 2 down. Med picked. Look out for those rollers. Nope. Okay, Med's still alive and holding Uber. I would not push back in until reinforcements get back to the front line, though.
Interestingly enough, TSI is running a pyro with backburner.
And they're just
Ubering.
Right, this is... I feel bad about this. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, nope. And Medic's running away alone. How is this working? It didn't do anything, but they just caused enough disruption. Just walk on point.
I mean, it's all about that aggression and then following through. You create the wake and then you follow through behind it, you know? And that's exactly what they did there. Even though the Uber wasn't really successful, it made everybody backed up. They were able to get the car, which was right there.
I'm really surprised they didn't simply disperse and then close back in on them after the Uber was done. That's what I was expecting to happen. but I think the combo backed up, backed away and out rather than around.
Yep, that's exactly it. And the cart was so close that they didn't really have a chance. I mean, as soon as you lose that point, there's no real point in trying to hold that without having the spawn right there.
I agree. Unless you have the gun up or really strong team presence in the double room. Oh, look at TSI Columbo. Just, I thought he was going to go for pick, but he's just jumping around being a scout. Like a little cocaine bunny rabbit. And he's apparently spamming the go-go command because he's saying, "March, you lazy bums."
Oh, we're about to get a
nice pick.
Heavy pick.
Actually, Heavy's trading. Spy stab and headshot. So, no Heavies for either team. Oh, nice dive from Wireless Fox. I haven't heard of Wireless Fox before. I've heard of Rich. But Fox is doing a great amount of work.
Did Rich and Fox switch out between games?
No. They're on opposite teams. Wireless Fox is for TSI. I've never heard of him before, but he's doing... Oh, this gun's gonna go down. And what a successful Uber on cold.
I just want to call Tron Paul doing a little bit of work there on cart before he died, trying to get the med pack below.
And let's see if Red Soldier can do some work. Nope, he had a failed jump. I'm sorry for watching if you mess up, buddy. Picking off...
Pyro's going to be coming up flanking. Blue Pyro taking up Sniper.
That's actually...
What an aggressive play.
Killing Hugh... I mean, he's a Pyro, right? He's a Pyro with quick spawns. Why not just go crazy and do stuff? Look at him just running around. This is his map. He's going to spawn.
Something out of Team P's playbook.
We're just going to watch him go all the way up and camp the upper spawn. All right, good for him.
Crits out by Neon. 3K.
That was... Wow. How much damage do you think he got off that crits alone?
Can I answer in a lot?
I would say a lot. A lot, yeah.
I would swear that's how much.
Somewhere between 2 horses and a barrel load?
Something like that.
I feel bad for scouts on this map. If you're not aware, this map really isn't good for scouts because they can't do too much other than push the cart or run into sentry guns.
Yeah, it's all about finding those moments, kind of protecting your flanks and stuff like that for scouts. Blue Uber in.
On the meta camp. Oh my god, that was not too happy right there. What? This Pyro is almost got the heavy. They forced the crits out. Now, admittedly, they lost medic, but...
The mixture of the sentry gun and the crits just took out most of the blue team there.
And they had a clutch play up here where they were Ubering in, and they had the sentry gun pushing the medic against the wall. This little corner right here where you can't get past. And then the red Pyro is actually blowing the other Uber target, the Pyro, against the wall.
Yeah, I saw the... Was it EBM's Pyro sacrificing himself
Velocity,
to keep the Pyro back?
Yeah, he did it just long enough so the combo was able to get the crits off and kill the backburner Choppy Chop Pyro.
Yeah, great play by Velocity right there.
Yeah, that's good teamwork. Let's see what Tron Paul does. He has nothing to lose but just running out there and getting flanks. Tron Paul cam, run around going under, going up the stairs by full health kit.
Moving that cart.
Oh, Tron Paul meets the heavy and meets his demise.
No one's touching the scout. There you go, finally.
Red Rum is engaging the spy, but that's the downside of using the rescue range. Yeah. This is the fight between spy and engineer. Who wins? Oh! Oh! Ambassador for the win. Gun is down. Heavy's pushing up lower, but he has a sniper dot on. Has to back out of there. I feel that right now, blue team should be able to win. They should be able to get a push off this.
This is TSI's Heavy above.
Oh, Heavy play. Is it clutch enough? No. Oh, no. Good play. I want to bring special attention to the blue engineer, Alan Ride, who, look at his points right now. He's just below the medic. The engineer with the mini sentries, mostly from cart pushes, I believe, but he's doing a great job.
This actually is a map that really lends itself, when I did a couple practices on it, to teleporting, especially for those last holds. So that's another way he could have got those. And people discount that for point taking, but you know what? As an engineer, I can tell you that keeping it teleport up and making sure you go out of your way to get it up is really important and deserves to be rewarded with that. I think with getting points for it.
I agree. If you look at the sniper, it looks like Watt's rather afraid of the spy. He's running a Razorback rather than Girardi, which I'm surprised not seeing Girardi play. People are pushing carts. You throw Girardi at the cart, everyone's beat on. Mini crits all around.
All super happy, fun time.
Absolutely. Now, one thing that I noticed isn't happening, it's in my first-person view here. On the left-hand spawn from blue side, there's these large rocks. A red spy with a cloak and dagger can hop up on these rocks and stay cloaked right up here to do a jump down stab on the medic. I haven't seen it happen yet, and it's a sneaky, excellent play in my opinion.
3, 2, 1.
And here we go, we're going to get a bird's eye view of what's going to happen. Instant headshot on the scout, dropping down. Nice try, Tron Paul. Uh-oh. This isn't feeling like a confident push coming out right now.
Again, with that heavy...
with the shotgun.
Scout.
I don't know why. You literally do less damage DPS than if you're spun, than you haven't spun up when you shoot. Again, with the Tommy Slav, he will die for this. I've tried this before. You can't play heavy like that on a flat there. He dies.
It goes down really quickly.
But looks like Denarian... Oh, saved. Uh-oh. They have a better Uber. Pyro should turn around and blow them back over the cliff. But forcing them back into spawn, let's watch the Hugh Laurie cam, see what he can do. Hugh Laurie's currently on the right bridge, fighting a scout, but you can't snipe versus a fan, man. You can't do it.
And I just want to call out EBM Rich had a nice jump around behind the Uber of Red to try to take out some players behind. Didn't work out, but it was a good thought.
Was he stopped by the wrangled sentry gun?
No, by a couple players in the backfield.
Okay, good play on them for calling that out, because otherwise, you know, 2 rockets and it's over. Right now we see a... Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Too polite. I see a spy, he went under tunnel. I think he's going to do a wraparound. Come up behind. But there he comes right now, watching Soups. Soup might go huge and try and take this wrangled gun. But, oh, he gets caught by the soldier who's just run around. No kidding, that's unfortunate. We see Uber straight it down here, and Red getting the win, killing the heavy.
It's going for the dispenser play. I really like that style.
Destroy the dispenser, you can't sustain the gun.
Exactly.
And
if you can't get at the gun, destroy the dispenser.
Oh, here's the poor dispenser looking sad over its ruined friend. And they're backing up. I feel like this is a wise move right now. But here's the important part. I don't believe they're going to give up the top. Don't give up top, guys.
They still have a teleport up.
Yeah, they're doing a hold right around the tunnel entrance. And
Heavy's by himself and
yeah,
just a little bit extended.
As a heavy, it feels bad because you do so much damage. You're like, I can kill everybody unless people gang up on me. Then they're cheating.
I can kill all the things.
I don't even have to.
Man.
Don't even need to reload.
I think EBM is going to be able to take this point really easily.
Nice work on Tron
right.
Paul with Milk and Scattergun killing the spy, or at least forcing his dead ringer out.
Uber in by EBM.
Yeah, that's enough. That should be it.
Oh yeah, just doing carnage at spawn.
Now, since this happened so early, I suspect they're going to have a very hard hold at 3. But mind you, they have 4 minutes to take 2 points. They still have to be pretty quick about this.
Yeah, there's no room for error. Alan Reed's still down. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they're down a lot.
Last. Did Medic switch to crits on? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. You were right. Crit Creek on the red Medic. I suspect they're going to try and get it off on Cold right now.
And they have it right now.
They're waiting for people to bunch up, I bet. But they should get a spy call and go right over there. Right now, I believe the scout should be calling out where people are. Here's the crits in 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go.
Red down.
That was good. That was good. I felt a bit reactive. I should have blind crits that, but it worked, so who's complaining, right? Oh!
And then Cole
a roller! Ow!
Crit roller.
That's the worst feeling in the world. But they're still pushing this cart. 3 stack.
Yeah.
More or less.
The scout, I don't know why this. I don't think the
scout. Yep.
They got Watt, so
I'd take that trade. But the level 3 gun's up, although it's not. Is it in position to wrangle down there? No, it's not.
It's in a kind of a bad position. It's not going to cover the cart much.
Buff Banner, I love this. Buff Banner from TSI. You don't see this enough. Yeah. I mean, look, if he knows he can't do safe dives, he should just go Buff Banner and help out his team.
And they have another.
Oh wow, wow! Forcing out blue all the way back to the second point. This is a really nasty place to be in, where you're on the receiving end of buff banners and Chris Creeks, and you have this nasty cycle where you can't get an Uber up without playing too defensively. Rich almost getting away into last point, but not able to. Nice try, Rich.
Yeah, I really got to commend TSI for switching to crits on this point. I did not think they were going to be able to hold it, but I think the crits, this really aggressive play on this point has really been benefiting them.
Absolutely. They're not letting them get a foothold. They're not letting them even build an Uber. Oh, but speaking of Uber, here we go. Now, what the Jelly saying is here, can the Kritzkrieg kill enough of the non-Uber people?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they caught out here.
But they didn't get the gun down. If done properly, they should be able to hold.
Pyro's still up.
With the heavy combo. Yep.
Behind.
This is just, well, that's a thing. And remember, if the blue combo, EBM's combo, walks on the cart, they have to deal with a blowback scout. There we go. Blow and Tron fall off the edge.
That Pyro's running in for more.
Oh my god, Blue almost did a perfect flank, but they got stopped by Cold. He had like 3 stickies up and blow him to pieces. Nice play.
We'll see if the blue demo's going to be able to take out the gun by itself here. He should be able to.
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, there he goes. He got it. But nice shot from the sentry gun. I love you, sentry gun. Good aim.
They only got a minute 30 left. They're really going to just need ×3 on the card and just pure aggression.
Oh, but Heavy took already... no, he's fine. He managed to avoid the rocket splash. But he's sandwiched.
Ooh,
nice.
Scout getting picked off there.
He might have got picked off, but he brought enough distraction to actually let them get the point by letting the Heavy walk around the corner.
Just Watt doing work on the card.
This is the big question here. Can they actually just roll this card in? It's possible.
They need ×3. They need it. I don't know what getting off of it.
They have 70% Uber, so they will have an Uber in time. But, oh no, this Pyro just doing great distraction play.
Red Med is down. They need to be doing work right now on point.
Rich is jumping around the last point. He's providing distraction. He's like EBM's golden hope. Take out sentry guns left and right.
Now, Blue Med goes down to Tron Paul.
Oh, nice job, Tron. Or you mean, Columbo?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. The red.
Okay, I was like, oh man, red lost to Med. That's terrible. But, oh no. Well, okay. Med got greedy, went for a Uber saw, died.
15 seconds?
It's technically doable. Okay.
No, they could do this.
Yeah, if these players are Clockwork and Sizer combined with a bit of Banny, they could do this. Oh.
Red holes.
Oh man, nice try. GG both teams. Snipers going huge both times. I honestly have to say that came down to the demo play. The combos were equal, the jumps and scouts were equal for both Soldier and Scout. NG's were both doing good work, but really, I felt the blue demo, Cold was outplaying his partner there.
Yeah, no, I think that, well, I would say I'd put it out to the medic as well.
With the
Kritzkriegs? The crits, yeah. I really questioned the choice of Kritzkriegs when they were on offense. I think it was on their second time round or something like that. Right. I thought that was a mistake.
Right.
But I think the Kritzkrieg on defense, it did nothing but help their aggression. And then the buff banners as well by Rich, just great play.
Absolutely. 1 crit rock, and I believe you have a full crit buff banner if you get splashed off people. So.
Yeah, and then just, as you said, it was a snipe fest. I saw Watt. He was killing out, the scout was on the cart in a bad position. When you're on the cart, you need to be directly behind it so you're not in any sniper range whatsoever. And it looked like he was trying to do that. But Watt killed a scout on the cart and then an Angie on the cart who were trying to push it with that minute 30 left.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious
what
the logs.
You saw that come down to 5 seconds, If they got that cart 10 seconds closer, 10 seconds earlier, who knows? Maybe they would have been able to get that last minute push.
They should have been able to. They actually had an Uber saved up, but they lost their medic from the scout.
Was that scout?
Yeah, they actually were like 5 seconds away from an Uber. They could have won with that Uber. That boiled down to just... The whole thing boiled down to minutes of play. Minutes of play down to seconds determined who won. It was close.
This ultimately came down to... TSI's aggression on defense, I think, is really what made it. I think both sides on offense were pretty similar, but I think TSI's aggression on defense really made the thing because they had the great holds
on 3.
On 3.
And they pushed them back to 2. They pushed them back a whole point, and they're defending.
Yeah, and then they had then they have the hold on last the first time around, which was just really weird, but they held it for so long.
Yeah, they had like one Uber and a crits, and then they just like man-moded it with backburner pyros and soldiers jumping. They just spent like 4 minutes just throwing blood and bodies on it to stop that cart, and it worked for the win.
Yeah, and I think the thing is they really took the flank routes well. They never really took the other team on directly with all these flank players, which is exactly what you need to do. And they were able to kind of wait for that push to come, and you come in behind them, you mess them up, you know. It's just a great game all around, defensively, especially for TSI, but a great game between both teams.
I feel like EBM in many places had better placement, but they just got, was it like game sense or calls or comms? They got lucked out. Like they were holding upward. They were holding on upward of the final cap point where they should be, right? And that was a great place, but TSI's combo got walked in and killed their combo with no trouble. And it was things like that where they had the better placement. They just needed an Uber or a call, and they could have won. It was close.
Yeah, exactly. I think EBM, especially that, I think that a great example is that the last point on the first round that they played in where they were on offense, every push, they had probably everybody pushing in at the same time. Like, they were really coordinated, but they could just never, like, whether it was out DM, just bad positioning after the push, but together, like before the pushes and all that stuff, they did, as you said, have great positioning. And I saw that just something was a disconnect from the push to the fun, like, you know, actually having the results.
I would have done the Ubers, EBM's Uber on the first time round on the blue demo man, their demo, because I felt they weren't able to do enough follow-up damage. They could disperse people, but they weren't doing follow-up damage because it was the heavy, right? He's shooting there, not doing too much. I think I should have done direct hit soldier, take out the gun with that, and let the demo focus on the players. I think that could have, you know, edged them over there. A little extra kill or two they needed.
Yeah, I think direct hit soldier, especially in the last point, is essential. I mean, both engineers were not really doing too much wrangling, and you can sneak away. It's only 2 shots with a direct hit. You can snake away 2 shots really quickly. Especially when you have that upper area and stuff like that, that I think that the soldier focuses the gun and then everybody else pushes in. And there's just some coordination there just was not connecting.
I didn't see much play like in the backfield on the last point. Some